Welcome to New Mexico Restaurants Now, where we get you the inside scoop on the food scene across New Mexico. This episode is brought to you by NMRA Chef Table sponsors. These businesses provide the most generous level of support to keep our restaurants protected, informed, and successful. So thank you to Benny Keith, the Food Industry Insurance Fund, Heartland Payment Systems, Shamrock Foods, Cisco New Mexico, and U.S. Foods. We would not be here without you. I'm Carol White, CEO of the New Mexico Restaurant Association, and our guest today is Dominic Valenzuela, the owner and operator of Tako Ten. Of all things, he opened his new restaurant in the middle of the pandemic. Thank you for being here, Dominic.
Thank you for having me, Carol.
Well, this is fun. So we just got some great news that restaurants in New Mexico are going to be able to be open at 25% indoor capacity in the middle of winter. Thank God, because we've been having some fun but freezing outdoor dining experiences.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I know my guests are going to be happy to hear that.
Absolutely. So I'm excited about that. Tell me a little bit about, let's talk first about the restaurant, Tako Ten. How did it come about? What's your plan for it, et cetera?
Okay, yeah, man. So Tako Ten, we opened August 17th, 2020, right in the middle of the pandemic. But Tako Ten is actually a spinoff from my original concept, which was Dia de los Tacos, which was a food truck here in Albuquerque that I opened in 2013, specializing in beer battered fish tacos and world-inspired tacos, I call them, So I would kind of do a Thai fusion taco, a Korean style taco, etc., even a Jamaican taco. And I left to San Diego in 2014, and I did some time out there, got back into doing sushi. I moved back here in 2019 and found out that I still had a pretty heavy following for Dia de los Tacos. So I saw it as a good opportunity to spread my entrepreneur wings again and open Dia de los Tacos again. And just kind of all the chips kind of fell into place. And I got offered a kitchen inside of Albuquerque indoor karting. And so for the first part of 2019 through November, I believe, I had a small little space inside of indoor karting. So it was Dia de los Tacos inside indoor karting. And I was able to expand on the menu that I had first created, which was just fish tacos. I literally only had 3 tacos a day, the days that I was open. And now when I opened up Dia de los Tacos inside of AIK, I had, I believe, a list of like 11 tacos. And we would have customers come in and want to try all 11 different tacos, for themselves. I believe Candela, who's one of your employees over there, she did that her first time.
And she has she can eat anything and never fill up.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that sounds like Candela.
Yeah. And, so everything was going great there. We got a huge following. Even diners, drive-ins and dives reached out to us. But right at that moment, it was coming up to sign another lease at AIK, and we didn't come to terms. So we pulled out of AIK and got back into the food truck, had a limited menu, but now serving what I call kind of a California style smash burger on the menu, which became really popular, almost outselling our tacos, so that was really exciting. Along the way, some partners approached me. My partners now, they had approached me and told me that they wanted to basically make my dream come true, and that was to open up a standing location. So we got together and we found the location, worked on the concept. I told them that I didn't want to lose what I originally created, Dia de los Tacos, by combining other partners in it, just becoming like a Frankenstein. So I said, you know what, let's just start with something new and fresh, and we can each put our hand into it, And so that's where Tako Ten came about. But we left the K in there, in the spelling, and really that whole thing came about because Dia de los Tacos, when I thought of that name, I Googled it, and there was one in California, in Pasadena, another food truck. And I was like, oh man, I was like, you know what, let's spell it with a K, and it's gonna look a little funny. I think people will dig it, and it actually plays true to my style, which is just I like to go against the grain, and I just like refreshing things. I like things to be fresh and new, and I originally wanted to use the taco as a vessel to transport people's palates all over the world. You know, something familiar, but then they get unfamiliar flavors when they bite into it.
Well, that's exciting. And I don't know if you know this, but Tako, Tako, is octopus in Japanese, right? And so there's, I don't know if you do
I did.
octopus.
I've been a sushi chef for.
Okay, obviously,
yeah. I've been a sushi chef for 17 years, and so that's why I knew that the spelling was okay. But we get customers who come in and get thrown off by the spelling and say Tako.
Well, they do that in Texas anyway, right? With the
exactly. So it's like whatever.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, just come in. We don't care how you say it. Well, that's all extremely exciting. Exactly. And I know it sounds like, you've done some bouncing around, but you sound pretty settled now. And God willing, we'll get out of this pandemic and get through this. But so tell me about your start in restaurants. How did you get started? Was it the food truck? So my first start in restaurants, well, I'll tell you this story because I tell it all the time. But I remember freshman year in high school, this is where you start to develop and decide who you're going to become and whatnot. I remember sitting in one of our classes, and the teacher asked us to write down or to answer this question. Where do we see ourselves in 5 years? Pretty much talk to your future self 5 years from now. Write a letter to yourself. So I kind of just right away, I don't know, I pictured myself being a chef in a restaurant, owning a restaurant. And so I kind of decided at that point that that's what I was going to do. I've always grown up around cooking. Food has always been a part of my family. I grew up as part of a huge family. So we have always had huge get-togethers. My grandmothers have been the focal point, to always preparing meals from the heart. And so I just kind of wanted to continue that. So I decided that time in freshman year in high school that I was going to become a chef, and pretty much just lined all the chips up for that. And I got a job shadow at Monroe's here in New Mexico to job shadow Sean Montano, who's been nominated for General Manager of the Year. Sean to death.
Yeah, Sean Montano is incredible. His brother Javi too is absolutely amazing. And I even grew up, Sean Montano's wife, Stephanie, we grew up right down the same street from each other, and Monroe's became my first job. So she helped train me, and ultimately, I spent my whole high school career working for Monroe's, and I'm so thankful for that opportunity because Monroe's is still standing. It's such an institution here in New Mexico. Miguel and his wife, Kathy, are amazing. And it's just great to see how far that business has come and that they're still around and that they really haven't changed anything about their base, And so I definitely wanted to become one of those restaurants when I decided that I was going to become my own restaurateur.
That's fun. So did you start in the kitchen, or did you start as a dishwasher?
I started in the front of the house, actually. Yeah. Okay. So I started as a cashier, and then just kind of worked up all through the front of the house. I didn't see any kitchen work until I actually went to culinary school. So I went to culinary school at Johnson & Wales in Denver. And so I was 18, and that's when I started working in kitchens and stuff like that. Got a job at a Mexican restaurant out there, very high paced. And so really just fell in love with that adrenaline rush from the speed. But I've always had this front and back of the house kind of experience. So everywhere that I've worked, I've always tried to work both sides, So that has allowed me to see more of the restaurants and has helped me develop as, operator, general manager as I am now, and kind of know all aspects of the restaurant and what things are important.
Yeah, it makes you very well-rounded, and you know what customer service is supposed to look like, and you also know how to put food out if you have to, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I tried to do that. I wasn't so great in the back of the house, but I made sure that I knew how to make everything just in case a cook walked out on me at any point, right?
You know what? And that's definitely something you got to do, man. The restaurant industry, it's the highest turnover industry of all. It's a starting position, so a lot of people, this is their first job. And really, I've taken the most pride in that, is that giving people their first opportunities in a work environment. A lot of my employees this past summer were all high school students, and there could be some frustrations for sure, but I just try to remember how I was at that time and how I was mentored up. And I had a group of great mentors, bringing me up. And so I've definitely been trying to pass that down.
Well, that's fabulous. And I know you're somewhat involved in our Pro Start program. Is that correct?
Yes. Yeah. And I'm definitely available I love to volunteer my time and any way that I can, and definitely helped out with Pro Start. We did I believe Pro Start helped out with the Kitchen Kids Inc. And we did a sushi class. I helped teach a sushi class, which the Pro Start kids helped out with.
And we just had Chef White on the podcast, and he was talking about kids cook, and what a great program. And you know what? I mean, thank you to that teacher that had you write down what you thought you were going to be at some point in your life, because it does help to have a vision and to write it down. And to know that in ninth grade is just an amazing thing. I had a lot of very talented cooks working for me, and they all thought they were going to be musicians at some point, which is, noble cause. And yes, if it's your passion, do it. But if they had put just as much passion into cooking,
right,
they would have been even further along than they were. So
absolutely. I agree 100%.
We probably had some of the same experiences with that.
I've always told people, you got to see it first. You can manifest a lot of things as long as you have the vision for it. You really have to be able to know those details, and then it's amazing to watch everything just kind of form together and create this masterpiece, that you created, that you think is magic, but definitely.
Absolutely. No. And I totally believe in that. And I if you write it down and then just dream it and do it, right?
Absolutely. I'm walking proof. I started with becoming a chef, then the idea to open up a food truck while I was in a comfortable position as a sushi chef. And the next thing you know, I look in the paper, there's a food truck for sale. I buy it, and everything else just falls into place. And next thing you know, what's the next graduation of Dia de los Tacos? Partners and introduce themselves, and now we have Tako Ten, and now we're already thinking of other locations. So it's truly a blessing.
Well, let's talk about Tako Ten for a second. So let's pretend like I don't know anything about Albuquerque, and you are based in Albuquerque. Tell me how to get to your restaurant.
So Tako Ten is right on the corner of Tramway and Candelaria. So one of the most beautiful things we have in Albuquerque are our Sandia Mountains. And so Tramway is kind of that gateway to the Sandias, at least from it'd be the west side of the mountain. So we're right there on Tramway and Candelaria. So you're going to want to definitely take the tram if you're coming to visit Albuquerque, and we're going to be right there on your way there.
Very good. Yeah, it's really easy to get to. And anybody from Albuquerque will know Tramway and Candelaria. Anybody
Absolutely.
Outside of Albuquerque, you can Google it and find it pretty quickly.
Yeah, and we're part of this great shopping complex that just opened up recently, like Boxing Bear, which is a local brewery, amazing beer, amazing owner. They're right next door to us, so we have a great partnership of tacos and beers. Plus, they sell pizzas, I believe. And then down the road, we have down the way we have a Paleta Bar, which is like a Mexican, what do they call them?
Popsicle ice cream.
Yeah, popsicles, yeah. Mexican popsicles, fresh popsicles that they make, and then they hand dip them and top them with all sorts of different toppings. Yeah, so really great place there. Plus a nice brunch spot, yoga studio, and then a couple more things opening up, plus salon, so many different things here. It's really been an exciting complex to be a part of. all the owners over here are really encouraging and really work together, to make this complex great. And we encourage everybody to come down. The weekends get a little crowded, so try to fill up those weekdays for us would be great.
Well, and I might just sneak over there like really soon, so to take advantage of the opening. I don't know if you guys will open tonight, being that the governor has just opened us up, but
we're gonna definitely have those tables available inside. If she says it's a go, then we're definitely putting those tables up today.
Good. Yeah. You do a little disinfectant and it's ready to go, right?
Exactly.
Well, very good. So let's talk a bit about the food. I want to know, what's your favorite taco?
So it all started with a beer battered fish taco. That was my favorite, taco, and what inspired me to do it. So that has always been the focal point. Through the years, I've had customers wanting a gluten-free version. So then we started, instead of doing a deep fried taco, we would blacken it on the grill. But now here at Tako Ten, we use gluten-free flour. So I actually provide a gluten-free battered taco. We don't use beer, we use sake, which helps in the tempura style, gives it a nice, airy, crispy texture to it. And now we use Atlantic salmon as well, so we're using a really high quality fish, a great gluten-free batter, which is really inviting to all taste buds. So that's always been my favorite. So we call that the fisherman. Here at Tako Ten, we have 10 different tacos. And we thought it would be fun to give every taco its own personality and character. So when you come in, you'll see all of our 10 taco characters lined up on the wall and a description of each one of them and kind of where the thought process was for them. Other tacos I enjoy has definitely been the vegan taco that we have, which is our yogi taco. We use sweet potatoes, a chipotle hummus, and guacamole and Jerusalem salad. So you got all these kind of world flavors, which definitely remind me of a yogi, who's just like this traveler, kind of gypsy type person. And it's an explosion of flavor in your mouth, which I think is really fun for the vegan fans, vegan customers, because I know their palate, people's palates can get bored with certain things, especially. So I like that one to be a really fun taco. So we call that one the yogi, and we use non-harmful honey to bees, however you would say that.
The good honey, right?
Yeah, conflict-free honey. And 5-spice salt. So it's got like these Chinese and Chinese flavors to it, plus the Mediterranean. It's really quite an amazing taco, So definitely the fisherman and the yogi are my two favorite tacos at the moment.
Well, my daughter is a vegetarian and I am gluten-free, so we will be there for both of those tacos. And I love the deep fried. I love deep fried anything, right? But I can't have it very much because I'm gluten-free. So it's really good to hear about something that's deep fried that I can have. So.
Absolutely. And, it really keeps our fryer safe. There's not any wheat particles floating around since we're only using the gluten-free. The only thing we're frying in there is the gluten-free battered things and our French fries, which are also very popular. Everybody comes in and they order tacos, and they always get a side of fries. So we have, of course, the carne asada fries, a Baja style fry, which is my favorite, which is a blend of sweet potatoes and the russet fries, gooey cheese poured on top, our Baja crema, which is like our signature sauce, some salsa fresca and guacamole, so
my mouth just started watering. That just sounds fabulous.
Yeah, it's like a party in your mouth. And then for you being gluten-free, then you'll definitely love our fried chicken taco. We do a traditional buttermilk fried chicken, but of course we use the gluten-free flour, and it gets nice and crispy on the outside. We coat that with a maple red hot glaze, kind of gives it that southern country flavor, and then a little bit of Oaxaca cheese, lettuce, and chipotle crema. Really, probably one of the most popular tacos on our menu right now.
Okay, I shouldn't be so hungry. I just ate lunch. Okay, I'm coming.
But if it's your first time, I always suggest if you got a friend, or two, definitely get the Tako 10 Circle of Friends. That's all 10 of our tacos with all 8 of our salsas and some chips and some limes in there too. It's served in a big pizza box, so it's really fun to bring to a party. Or if you guys are craving tacos and feeling adventurous, don't really know what to eat, you get the Tako 10 Circle of Friends. There's definitely something in there that you're gonna love. And
yeah, but then you have to share it with other people. I don't know about that.
You don't have to.
No. That sounds fabulous. Now, do you do smash burgers at
Yes.
Okay, tell us
So we use
about smash burgers.
Yeah, so we use of course, a 80-20 chuck and smash to order, just simple salt and pepper. And we have toppings like caramelized onions, which we call Cali style. If you want to go Baja style, which is adding guacamole, or here in New Mexico, we like Burke style, which is adding extra hot green chili to it, or Zia style, which is throwing a fried egg on it. You know how we like to throw a fried egg here in Albuquerque.
Oh yeah. Fried egg, little green chili. Right.
Yeah. So I like myself a double burger with a fried egg and green chili on it and the caramelized onion. I still like to put the raw onion on there too. I think it adds to it. But that's definitely my go-to for sure. Is definitely a smashed double cheeseburger.
Oh, sounds good. All right.
Yeah.
I can't wait to get over there and try it. So we're coming up on our time now, and I want to ask you if there's anything else that you want to tell folks about, anything else you want to share.
Really just here at Tako Ten, we love to celebrate the taste of life. And it's been a drag with the pandemic and not being able to open up. But now, if you're saying we can open up 25%, then it's really exciting to see how people are really going to embrace the environment that we created here and took the time to put together, and really now starting to become a home. So we've been open now since August, so that's about 4 or 5 months, and I can't wait to spend another 20 years here and be that institution like Monroe's, and just continue opening up different restaurants or Tako Tens all over Albuquerque and even further out if we can make that.
Very good. Well, I wish you the best of luck and love your enthusiasm. We'll get over there very, very soon. I promise.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. Again, that's Tako Ten, 12501 Candelaria Road, Northeast. If you want to order online, I suggest Googling Tako Ten, TaKoTen, and go to the website that Google offers you. It'll direct you right to our online ordering, which you can place future orders or set your desired pickup time. Plus, we deliver through selflane.com. So if you go to selflane.com, selflane.com, search for Tako Ten, and you can get us delivered as long as you're in the delivering radius. We're open 7 days a week. Taco Tuesday is a busy day, but you get 3 tacos and a drink for $9. So it's easy to see why we're so busy on Taco Tuesday.
I bet. Well, Dominic, thank you so much for being here. And I want to thank our generous sponsors, U.S. Foods, Cisco, New Mexico, Shamrock Foods, Heartland Payment Systems, the Food Industry Self-Insurance Fund, and Benny Keith Foods for their annual sponsorship of the New Mexico Restaurant Association and its programs. Visit nmrestaurants.org to learn more about the association and our chef's table sponsors. Thanks for tuning in to New Mexico Restaurants Now. You can watch this and other episodes on the New Mexico Restaurants Now YouTube channel, and you can subscribe to the audio podcast at Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, and Amazon Music. Thanks so much.
Thank you so much, Carol. I appreciate you.